State President Luong Cuong and his spouse hosted a red carpet welcome ceremony in Hanoi on August 19th for King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck and Queen Jetson Pema Wangchuck of Bhutan, who were on a state visit to Vietnam from August 18th to 22nd. President Cuong warmly welcomed the king's visit, highlighting that this is the first by a Bhutanese head of state since the two countries set up diplomatic relations in January 2012. The host congratulated Bhutan on its sustainable development achievements under the wise leadership of the king, praising the country's unique development model that uses the Gross National Happiness Index as a measure, where people, nature, culture, and citizens' happiness are promoted in a balanced and harmonious way. People are placed at the center of development, cultural identity and the living environment are preserved. For his part, the king stated that his country values Vietnam's role and position in the Asia-Pacific region and hopes to strengthen cooperation with Vietnam in areas of mutual strength and potential for the benefit of both peoples, as well as for peace, stability, cooperation, and prosperity in the region and the world. Following the ceremony, President Luong Cuong and King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck held talks discussing orientations for future cooperation. The two sides held that the friendship between Vietnam and Bhutan is nurtured by warm ties, shared spiritual values, and a common vision for sustainable development. They pledged to continuously strengthen friendship and mutual understanding, promote regular all-level exchanges, and accelerate the signing of cooperation agreements to provide a favorable framework for conducting specific projects and activities. Stressing the vast potential for economic, trade, and investment cooperation, the two sides agreed to urge agencies, ministries, and businesses from both countries to step up collaboration, facilitate market access for each other's key goods, diversify supply chains, and work toward multiplying bilateral trade in the coming years. They agreed on the need to further expand cooperation in key areas such as agriculture, science technology, innovation, education, training, culture, and arts. Airlines will be encouraged to consider opening direct flights to boost cultural, religious, tourism, and people-to-people exchanges, while sharing experience in preserving traditional cultural heritage. Vietnam and Bhutan will also step up collaboration in emerging spheres towards sustainable development with the goal of improving the material and spiritual well-being of their people. Amid global and regional volatility, the leaders welcomed the two countries, shared views at international forums, particularly on sustainable development, climate change response, nature conservation, and peacekeeping. They stressed continued coordination and mutual support at international and regional organizations, especially the United Nations, the Non-Aligned Movement, and on issues of common concern. President Cuong welcomed Bhutan's efforts to broaden ties and pursue substantive cooperation, saying Vietnam is ready to facilitate its stronger engagement with Southeast Asian nations and ASEAN. Following their talks, President Cuong and King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck witnessed the signing of two cooperation documents, comprising a governmental cooperation framework and an agreement on aviation.